Hey guys, welcome back to Higurashi no Nakukoroni, Chapter 1, Onikakushi. It's TJ, your gamer girl, signing off. So, to kind of recap what I said in Doki Doki, I've gone down to 2 games going at a time to drop down stress levels for the channel. On me, about the channel. So, it's just going to be Doki Doki and Higurashi. When I'm done with one, I will do a little bit of variety. So, yeah. At the very least, until I run out anyway, I would have one visual novel going at the same time as one non-visual novel. So, hopefully that explains a few things. I believe in the last episode we saw the ceremony for the Watanagashi and found out about Oyashiro-sama's curse. I'm surprised I actually remember that, considering it's been a while and I did not recap myself. In the end, after my dramatic victory, Rika-chan was the last challenger, but there weren't many targets left. The ones remaining were all tiny and difficult to hit. She did take her time and aim, but all 3 shots completely missed. She was to end up sharing the loser's crown with Tomitake-san. However, she did her little mewing cry in front of the owner, and he turned into mush instantly. She was given a pack of gum as a consolation prize. Her methods were a bit audacious, but she did avoid being the loser rather magnificently. Come to think of it, Rika-chan is quite the trickster.
I have no idea what Keiichi is talking about. Now then, it's decided that Tomitake-san is dead at last.
Everyone cheered and applauded. Tomitake-san smiled wryly, slightly bewildered. So, Tomitake-san, are you really ready? Penalty time! I got a flashback to Hanahi Suzumiya.
You're late! Penalty!
Huh? Oh, I completely forgot about that. You're too naive, Tomitake-san. This is why our club can never lose. Mion pulled a felt tip marker from her pocket. Oh no. Oh, it's that. Show him some mercy, Mion. At least use a washable marker. A permanent one is too harsh.
It just has to be permanent. It comes off when you do the laundry anyway.
Whoa, what is this? Please take it easy on me. All of us pinned his arms behind his back and Mion approached him with a marker in one hand. And squeak, squeak, squeak. But she didn't write out Tomitake-san's face. She wrote on the shirt he was wearing. You'd better have your big break this year, Mion.
Aw, that's sweet.
Rena took the marker next.
Show me your photos next time, okay?
Rena. It was a little heartwarming. I just had to laugh.
This is more like a farewell card than a penalty.
Oh, I'm not as soft as the rest. I'll make sure this is a proper penalty. Oh, that Satoko? Ha ha ha, dead last, Satoko. Try harder next time, Rika.
Here you go, Keiichi-san.
I couldn't decide what to write, but based on what kind of penalty this was probably the most appropriate. Come back and play again, Keiichi. Tomitake-san was silent the entire time. At first he was quite bewildered, but now he had a different look on his face. So I have to wear this all the way back to Tokyo as part of the penalty?
Of course! You'd better wear it all the way home. You could wear it when you come back. It would be nice.
He appeared deeply moved. Embarrassment mixed with A wealth of other emotions made him turn a bright red. Understood. I'll wear this next time I come here. I promise. Everyone cheered and applauded. It was the finest parting gift possible for a buddy heading out tonight. Oh yeah, he was gonna be leaving, wasn't he? Aw, that's sweet. I saw the woman who was with Tomitake-san standing near the festival grounds. It seemed Tomitake-san noticed her too and knew it was time to leave. Seems like your guest is waiting. Isn't it about time? Yeah, that's certainly how it seems. Tomitake-san headed off towards her and seemed to apologize for making her wait. We all shouted stuff at Tomitake-san. Each time we did, he looked back and waved his hand. Eventually, he faded into the darkness of the night, out of sight. It was quite the casual farewell. This wasn't the first time any of us had seen someone off. They had done the same thing many times before. He's gone. Well, it's about time we take off too. Nika-chan had to stay behind with the other committee members, since they were having a meeting. Satoko was tagging along with her. I headed back home with the usual suspects. The walk back was quite lively, with talk of the day's war stories. Should have done this, should have done that kind of stuff. Nana and I parted ways with Mion, and then it was just the two of us. Then we got to my house, and I parted ways with Nana as well. It's already pretty late. Are you alright by yourself? Yeah, I'm perfectly fine. It's close, so I'm going to run too. If you run into some weirdo, just yell. If someone does come, will you come and save me? Maybe? Maybe? If I hear you. Okay. I'll scream loud enough so you can hear me. Merrily spinning her arms around at high speed, Rena dashed off. She was fine. In that mode, not even an adult could stand against her. Rena's cheerful presence disappeared, and it finally became quiet again. The curse that not a single person even whispered about. The more I learned about it tonight, the more unsettling it became. It didn't show on any of their faces, but they were probably all quite concerned about it as well. But if nothing happens tonight, then it all ends up just being crazy talk. Nothing will happen. Nothing bad. Nothing at all. What's wrong, Keiichi? Why are you standing in a place like that? Come inside, you'll catch a cold. It was my mom. Did you go, Mom? To the Watanagashi festival. In the end, your father didn't wake up, so I missed it. A little disappointing. Mom stuck her tongue out with a bit of an embarrassed look on her face. Oh, if only you knew, Keiichi. If only you knew. And that was the end of the chapter. Holy crap, I didn't think we were that close to the end of the chapter last time. We have some new tips. I think that's all of them. Yeah, because I clicked on the see new tips. Let's take a look at Hojo couple's falling incident. From the June 1980 edition. On the afternoon of XX at 2 p.m., office employee and his wife of Hinamizawa village in Shishibone Prefecture disappeared after falling 27 meters from the observatory platform in Shirakado Prefecture. 27 meters? How many feet is that? 27 meters from the observatory platform. The Japanese use a different metric system than we do in America. I believe, anyways. We usually use feet instead of meters. And when it comes to weight, they use grams while we use pounds. And when it comes to height, people height, I think they use centimeters while we use feet. 27 meters, though, that's... If I'm guessing right, that's pretty damn high. They probably would have died. Or at least gotten some sort of injury. Police and firefighters searched downstream and discovered the body at around 7 p.m. that evening. His wife has yet to be found. The searches run into difficulties due to the effects of Typhoon 3 from the previous day. It appeared a railing at the for some reason my mind didn't quite recognize that as the correct sentence. It appeared a railing at the observatory that had leaned on had broken, causing him to fall. The groundskeeping staff was questioned by the police in regards to the facility deterioration, and if park maintenance was performed properly. Okay, terminal illness, death of Shinto priest Furude. From the June 1981 edition. I think these are all going to talk about the yearly deaths, the annual deaths that happened that were mentioned in the last episode by the woman Tomitaki knew. On the afternoon of around 10 p.m. in the district of Hinamizawa village in Shishibone Prefecture, the Shinto priest of the Furude shrine passed away after an existing condition he was recovering from suddenly worsened. Parties close to the deceased say he was suffering from anxiety issues concerning the festival, which was to be held that day. Also, after death, his wife went missing, leaving behind a farewell note. The police and local youth association continue the search. However, given the presence of the farewell message and the fact that the Onikakushi marsh is said to be bottomless, they have run into difficulties. Jesus Christ. Housewife murder. It wasn't reported in the newspaper. What? The murder wasn't reported in the newspaper. A murder is always reported in the newspaper. Usually, this is what happened. This is apparently what happened. Autopsy. The victim. We need to find the culprit, or, stuff like that. It always gets reported. Alright, let's take a look at the radio log. It's the last thing. This is Okinomiya Station calling Unit 3. Unit 3, please respond. This is Unit 3. Loud and clear. Backup is heading your way. Hold position until further instructions. Over. Roger. Unit 3 acknowledged. Requesting no headlights. Requesting radio silence. Station. The doctor has arrived. They want to carry it away. What's the order? Over. Acknowledged. Leave it to the doctor. Affirmative. Understood. Backup has arrived. Shouldn't we let them take a photo first? I think the Vic is done for. What Vic? Well, let's continue. We may find out. Good morning! Nice job yesterday, Kei-chan. You didn't do so badly yourself, Mion. Yesterday was fun. Oh, that's right! Keiichi-kun, thank you very much! For Mr. Bear! I'm glad you like it. Don't use it as a pincushion, though. I wouldn't! Nah, she loves you too much to do that. Still chatting happily, we entered the classroom, but the moment I stepped into the room, a splashing sound and a nasty sensation. It was a bucket filled to the brim with water. And unfortunately, my foot stepped right into it. My now! How diligent of you to mop the floor this morning! Clomp, 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 whiff, whiff. Kate, you sound like my
my forehead. You should set a more brutal trap next time.
Seeing that, Nana began to swoon as Mion looked on dejectedly. Everything was the same as always. Everybody was there, and nothing felt out of place. The uncertainties I had had in the back of my mind since yesterday had vanished.
What is it, Keiji-kun? Didn't get enough sleep, maybe? Maybe?
I slept like a log, but if you want, I'll do a reenactment during class.
You shouldn't do that!
Mion alerted us that the teacher was coming, so everyone shuffled to their seat. Good morning, everyone. So, yesterday was the festival. Thank you to all of the people who stayed until the very end to help clean up. We were all slackers, so none of us actually helped clean up. Actually, I had a feeling that the only thing we did was run around the festival and cause a ruckus. Okay then, this time of year you might see some people here from out of town doing interviews about the festival for magazines. I thought it was the usual stuff, so I was going to tune it out. But then I noticed the different tone in her voice and started paying attention. You may be asked questions. Please don't say anything silly or something that could be taken the wrong way. Do you understand? In unison, everyone replied, "Yes, ma'am." What she said was really vague, but I understood what she was trying to say. After all, this was the 5th year. There were probably lots of third-rate reporters pouring in, hoping something regarding the curse had happened. It did nothing but perpetuate the village's bad image. She was saying, "Don't spout stupid shit you think is funny." And now, I was one of those who needed to keep their mouth shut. I found it rather cute how I felt a sense of unity from such a trite thing, if I do say so myself. I was summoned to club activities after school. Since everybody was still pretty tired from yesterday, we just spent the day relaxing. Yeah, that wasn't happening.
Today, let's play a classic game of deduction. How about this one?
Ooh, a game from overseas? Looks interesting.
The instructions are in English, but the rules don't seem that hard. I won't lose, you hear? I'm not too bad at this game.
It seemed that Anna didn't handle this kind of game very well.
The rules are, the person who can match the murderer, weapon, and the scene of the crime wins.
Oh, we're playing Clue then! It's not the... Well, it might be Clue. I'm sure we'll know for sure if we hear something about custard. Yeah, as a character in the board game. There were 3 kinds of cards comprised of suspects, weapons, and locations. I could see that the names Mion and Rika were written on the suspect cards. Ah, so she changed it around to fit the group. Oh, a card with my name on it as well. There were plenty of different weapons too, like knives, axes, and poison. The locations are pretty nice too, like the living room, the study, and the courtyard.
So basically, you take out one of each of the cards. These are the answer cards.
So we shuffle the remaining cards and hand them out.
We ask each other about the cards and figure out the right ones.
Ah, I see. So the cards nobody has are the true perpetrators.
Then you raise your hand if you know the answer. The game ends, and we check if the answer is correct.
If you're right, then you get a point. If you're wrong, then you lose a point. Since the game ends, even if no one gets it right, all the cards are gathered up and redistributed.
You'll learn as you go. You really have to use your brain. You'll get confused if you don't take notes.
The rest of you can figure it out by playing. So, Mion, what's the penalty this time? Everyone directed their attention to Mion.
Let's see. We're all still a little tired from yesterday, so maybe we'll take it easy with a gopher penalty.
You'll be asked to rush out and buy stuff for everyone.
So just being asked to go buy stuff like drinks and candy, I guess. I feel like the penalty today is pretty simple.
I wonder, is it really? Yeah, it depends on where they send you and what you have to get. What's the legal drinking age in Japan? I mean, is Mion a first year at high school?
Is Casey-san thinking what I'm thinking?
Yeah. You don't know what you'll have to go buy. I'm betting Mion would send out whoever loses to buy stuff like hemorrhoid cream or happy family planning manual or other crazy stuff. The cards were lightly shuffled and passed out to each player. The real perpetrator, the correct weapon, and the scene of the murder have been taken out. So that means all the cards I have in my hand are innocent cards. Then, I'll go first, since I'm the club president, I guess. Well then, Mion, knife, study. You pick out one suspect, weapon, and murder scene, and ask each person. If you have any of those cards, then you must say, I have one. However, if you don't need to say which one you have. Yeah, I got it.
Me too. I have one. Oh my, all of them are here.
The people answered when she asked if they had Mion, knife, and study. So that means that Mion and knife and study are all in the clear. Got to jot that down.
Then I'll go. Lena, ask, lounge.
Only 2 people said they had one. So it means out of Lena, Axe, and Lounge, one of them is correct and is part of the crime? No, wait, even if they said they have one, they don't have to say how many. So it's possible that either Satoko or Rika-chan have 2 of the cards. Well, Kei-chan is next. Go ahead. Oh, wait just a little. I'm still sorting things out. The game has me thinking more than I thought. Oh man, this feels like it's going to be tough. Alright, now I have the criminal. What? Already? Here I am spinning around in circles and Mion just now raises her hand.
The murderer is Rika-chan. In the infirmary with the poison. Well?
Mion drew the cards from the box and we checked to see if her deduction was right.
You were right! All I needed was one more hand. I couldn't tell whether it was poison or a pistol. I've never used a pistol. I like killing them slowly with poison.
Oh my god. Rika-chan says such a hugely terrifying thing with such a sweet little face. Everyone was making a commotion about how they almost had it. Lena and I were left out in the cold, though.
How did you do, Keiichi-kun? I couldn't get it at all.
Don't worry, I had no idea either. How can you both be so unsure? You'll both end up in last place together at this rate. That's even worse. Going off buying something together as a couple. What if we ended up having to buy the Happy Family Planning Guide?
I can tell from Keiichi's expression that he's not very good at this game.
What? That's not true. I'll show you the true power of Sherlock Bayabada during the next round.
My, that sounds just wonderful. I shall give you quite the thrashing.
After that, I managed to somewhat grasp the trick behind the game, but I was still always a step or 2 behind. I saw that Mion was somehow gleaning information from how the others were asking their questions. That level of experience was just too much. The only way I could stage a comeback was if I became ruthless. I tossed out the simple concept of deduction and switched over to the thought process needed to win. The important thing isn't to find out the criminal, it's to win at the game. Eureka! Sorry, you need to go to the bathroom. Take your time and squeeze out a nice one.
Nichan, that's gross.
I had to hold off the game and headed down the hall. The air was crisp. It showed just how stagnant the air in the classroom was from our body heat. On the school grounds, some of our classmates were still playing around. After spending some time cooling my head, Lena had made her way over towards me.
Keiichi-kun, did you call for me?
Yeah, I did. As I got up from my seat, I winked over at Lena. I'm glad it worked out. I don't want to waste too much time, so I'll get right to the point. Lena, what's your record at this game we're playing today? She was taken aback. After a moment, she hesitantly opened her mouth.
All losses. Oh, why do you ask, I wonder? I
could tell from how apprehensively she was playing. The way things are going, I will as well. I can't figure out a way to pull off a last-minute comeback on this one.
So, I guess both of us will be taking that penalty.
Hey, don't accept defeat already. How about we win this? Both of us.
But how can we?
I brought my lips up to Nina's ear.
Whisper. Huh? Is that allowed?
Did you forget, Nina, the second rule of our society? Do everything in your power to obtain victory?
Yeah, I'll try my best.
Our plan of attack was quite rudimentary. Was a quite rudimentary one. At the beginning of the game, everyone would be focused on their own hand for a while, taking notes and whatnot. Since our seats were right next to each other, we'd reveal our hands to each other. If we did it under the desk, then nobody would know. We'd begin the game with twice as much information as everyone else. Having this much information would mean we'd need to investigate less. With this sort of plan of attack, we start off with a big lead over the other guys.
Yeah! With this, we can probably win!
We both smirked at each other. If I was the shady businessman, then Nina was the corrupt senator. Pleasure doing business with you. Then let's hurry back. We'll work as a duo to surprise everyone.
Hey now, there's no point if we go back together.
Oh, that was Reina talking at the first one, wasn't it? Hey now, there's no point if we go back together. It would be like flat out telling them we made a little arrangement.
Oh, sorry.
And then what should we do? Go back ahead of me, Reina. I'll take my time coming back after washing my face or something.
Okay, got it.
Then I turned around and headed back into the classroom. Guess I should wait a bit longer before going back. If I went too soon, it wouldn't seem like I went to the bathroom. If Mion or one other of them suspected something, then there could be problems. Well, they'd figure out sooner or later because both Lena and I would start winning over and over again. Both Lena and I will have earned enough points to avoid being losers by the time Mion realized what was happening. Excellent. Not bad at all.
My Barney-kun! May I have a moment?
Huh? It's the teacher. Man, these were just getting good. What is it?
You have a guest. Please make your way over to the entrance.
A guest? It's not like I own a hotel.
They have been waiting. Please hurry.
It was rather unfortunate that I'd have someone waiting on me right before the big match. But I was more interested in the unexpected guest. I didn't want to waste any time, so I decided to take care of it quickly.